Hey friends, welcome on back to the Dave Yourself channel. My name is Dave. This is my channel. As we are working on episode 9 of this particular build with this Balsa plane, we're going to work on the landing gear today and some of the finishing accoutrement. And then from there, episode 10 should be the final video where I go ahead and put the finish on it and go ahead and get this thing ready to present. So if you want to see exactly how that works out, and if you've been enjoying the other videos, well, you know what I recommend you do now. You stick around. Nice. All right, friends. So here we are. We're back. We're going to go ahead and get the instructions and all the pieces back out of the box because I had to put everything away for the show. So let's see what we got here. We're all on out here. Ooh. All right. And I got a bunch of little scraps in there too. Okay, well that's what the scrap bag was for, which is, there it is. Apparently it emptied itself out. All right, so let's see. Let's take the decals. Let's see what else we got here. Take that out. Take the tissue. Won't be using that. Have the wiring for the landing gear, but don't know that I'll necessarily use that. Here is the clear plastic for the windows, which we'll probably use next episode. Same as with the prop. I do need to glue these wheels together, so let's do that. We may want to paint those. We'll see. All right. And then some of the other pieces we got here. Here is the wing formers themselves. Put this tissue away. Somewhere is the other rod. There it is. Go ahead and put that inside the tissue as well. We'll keep that from flying out. There we go. All right, here's the wheel panel pieces that we're going to need to use here. So we got that. And scrap bag. Instructions. Now let's just try to get the rest of the panels out so we can see what we got left. We'll go through that here in this episode as well. This heavy block, I believe, is for the front. And then this is kind of what's left in my bundle of sticks, which is now a bundle of sticks and pieces. So, which, like I said, should be in the pieces box. There we go. We got more coming out. There we go. All right. And we'll put these here. Just to kind of keep them out of the way. Oh, that's quite the pile. All right. I wish it had not fallen out of the bag earlier. No big deal. No big deal. All right, good deal. So that's all we need for this. Take the box off the side. Like I said, the wheel panels we are going to need for sure. And let's take a look and see what else we got here. We got some more gussets, looks like. Then we got a couple little pieces here as well as a few up here. So I need to figure out what's up with those. If those should have gone in somewhere already, maybe. Here's the duplicate. So same gussets, same pieces here, and then the same here. So duplicates of those. And looks like we got a duplicate of this little snow boot looking piece, which looks exactly like those. So See how that might come into play, and some more gussets. Looks like we got some more, probably wheel trim maybe here. So we'll take a look and see what these directions say. This panel here is completely empty. And this panel here only has the window stuff left. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. All right, good deal. So that's what we've got. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the directions as to what is next, because we're in the assembling the model portion. So landing gear, cement the two wheel halves together. You will need to make 2 sets of wheels. Slide the wheel on the wire gear, then bend the tip up using a pair of pliers. Okay, so since this is not going to be an actual flying model, as a matter of fact, I'm probably not even going to wrap it in tissue. I'm probably just going to hard glue these wheels on. I don't want this plane to give an appearance to anybody that it is a flying plane or anything like that, other than the fact that I'll probably have the prop on there and maybe even have the rubber band so the prop can spin, but I'm not looking for the wheels to spin or anything like that. So I'm probably not going to worry about so much about the actual metal wire framing and all that. Just to let you know, so probably will not be seeing that in this video series. All right, so, but basically as far as that goes, it does not say specifically which pieces as far as the landing gear goes. Let's see if there's something in the directions that maybe I have overlooked. Landing gear. Okay, so here's the landing gear area, bending the gear. We need to make 2 of those, cement the wire gear, cement the remaining. Okay, here we go. Now we get into piece numbers. All right. So you need to make 2 of each. Cement A14, A15, and A13 in that order to the front face of one A12. Okay. So A12 is this piece that we were talking about earlier. And it looks like these boots that we've got are the jigs that they wanted us to use. They're labeled jig, at least, for maybe creating that dihedral. But anyway, so here's A12. And you got to glue the A14, 15, and 13 in that order to the front face of the A12. Now, does that give us an idea what that looks like? Because here's the wheels here. And I don't even see A12 or anything in this area. And let's see. I know it's not on the wings sheet because I looked at that. Oh, here we go. So A12. Okay, so these are specifically. Okay, so these are basically, this construction here is being used to hold the metal gear, which again I'm not going to be worrying about doing so much. So I will just glue these together in a sandwich type configuration, and I guess this is what goes up inside the plane, although it does not say that here still, but that's got to be it. So I would imagine this has got to be it right here. So what they want that, although it's not, again, it's not labeled on the sheet. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get these pieces out, and then from there, like I said, I'm just going to glue these blocks together. Like I said, I'm probably not going to worry too much about the whole wiring thing here, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens to be possible. If not, then we will do some wiring. So we'll find out about that. But what I'm going to do is, of course, help you along by speeding it up. So here we go. All right, friends. So this is basically the way that the first mold is going to look here, and then the wiring will go in here and hook around, and then this one here will come in and glue it over that to hold it in place. So that's kind of what that looks like. There needs to be 2 of these that I got to make, so I'm just going to go ahead and make the other one up here to make that easier for you. So here it is. All right, friends. There we go. There's the second one right there. So I'll go ahead and look to get these mounted in there, and I'll see if whether or not I'll have to use any wiring or not. Because again, these are plastic wheels. I could just as easily glue them to the wood. Again, so it doesn't slide off a shelf or something like that. But nonetheless, we'll see about that. But at least I got these made. So let me go ahead and get those directions and keep on moving on. So stick around. All right, friends, so we're back. We got the wing strut centers here that we're going to go ahead and get installed into the plane. Let me go ahead and grab that here. Take the cap off. Still trying to decide what color I want to paint this cap. It's kind of like a dark blue on the model with the decals, but since I'm not going to wrap it, I'm not sure what color I'm going to go with just yet. Throw your suggestions in the comments. But here's the brackets here. There's a couple of notches right in front here, so we'll go ahead and get those installed in there. And we will do it this way to go ahead and keep the tail off the table. Grab the glue there. See how the close cam works on that. No, that does not look good. Let's go back. All right. The old professional cap removal. All right, so there's that. Set that off to the side. Let it do a little line. Okay, let's go ahead and get into these wing panel pieces. I mean the wheel panel pieces. These are the ones right here. So let's see about getting these popped out and glued together, all that good stuff. These have these cool little flares off the side of the wing. Guess I'll go ahead and use the old cutting board. I'll go ahead and speed through this one for you. All right, friends, so there we go. Got all those pieces cut out there. Now I'll go ahead and get them laid out and show you kind of what we're looking at here. We've got the piece like that, and then this comes in like that, and then this thing will flare off the side like that, and then these actually over the tail back here. All right, so that's kind of what those are going to look like. So what I'll do is obviously speed it up. All right, friends, so I went ahead and got these wheel formers together. I'm going to go ahead and let those continue to dry. I've got those side little wings kind of angled at the same angle here, basically just making sure that these are even right here. So that seems to be, about the right angle I want them at. I don't want them flared up too much, but I don't want them perpendicular either. So yeah, I think that'll look real good. And so we're just going to go ahead and continue to let that dry, and then from there we'll go ahead and get those stuck on the plane. So stick around. All right, friends, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue the wheel pants on. And I'm going to go ahead and speed that up. All right, friends, so there we go. We went ahead and got the wheel pants glued on now, and I've got those pretty firm on there. Like I mentioned, I'm not sure that I'm going to use the wire, so what I'm probably going to end up doing is once I assemble these wheels here in just a bit, I will probably just glue on some wooden strut to make it look like the landing gear separate from the wheel pant. And that's probably how I'm going to handle that. So at this point, these are going to let those dry for a few minutes. So let me go ahead and set this off to the side. And like I said, these two are for the tail, which we'll get to here in a bit. Still need to take a look and see what we got in this bag here, because I still need to address that red wheel. I'm sure I probably have some spray paint handy. I do indeed. So we'll take care of that red wheel, no problem. And while we're at it, let's take a look at this front piece here. Let's see if this goes in or not. Pretty close. There we go. Pop. Look at that. Nice fit there. All right. Good deal. And we have the wire and such. I'll have to see how how it, can't even see if it goes in there. There we go. Let's see here. This was to spin. Yeah, supposed to spin that way. All right, and then I need to get myself some pliers, which, gosh darn it, I don't have those handy. I do have these though, so I might get a little lucky. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Nice. All right. Bend it down just a tad more. There we go. There we go. Whoops, need to glue that in, of course, but that does look good. I don't want to glue that in just yet because I need to paint this still. This I will probably do silver, maybe. We'll see. I think I even have like a paint pen. I definitely have gray primer that I can use. I do have some of that, so we'll definitely need to prime that and then finish up with the tailoring on that. And then the wheels, go ahead and get these things glued together. Yep, I'll be darned if I don't have. You know what? Hey, all right, there they are. All right, so let's take a look at these. Get these wheels glued together. All right, there's the first one. Let's speed to the next one. All right, friends. So I got the wheels glued together. So the next thing I need to do really is just go ahead and get this thing painted. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab one of my push pins, and we'll go ahead and thread it through there, and then we'll go ahead and get that stuck on a end of a stick and go ahead and get this painted. So save you the time on that. Here it is painted. All right, friends, there we go. Now it's black, and while I went ahead and got this painted black, I went ahead and painted these black as well. I was using the flat black here, and since the wheels are shiny, since they're plastic, I went ahead and painted those flat black so they look more like regular tires. And what I'm going to do is probably paint the inside spoke area, the actual hub itself. I do have a paint pen somewhere over there, so I'll probably use a silver paint pen on something like that, and then maybe do the same thing with the interior hub on this wheel as well. So we'll see how that works out. So that'll be coming up here shortly. But at this point, the wheels are painted, and like I mentioned earlier, I think probably what I'm going to do is just, since I don't need the wheels to roll, I'm probably going to build some sort of wheel system out of the scraps. I might have something, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it actually looks like, maybe on the internet, something. But basically, just glue some struts into there, and then from there install that into the actual behind the wheel pant area here. So got a lot of room to work with on both sides. So I think we could probably get a pretty neat looking, and it doesn't have to be too crazy or wide or anything, but I think we should be able to get a pretty decent looking wing strut or wheel strut scenario going on there. So that is probably going to be the plan there. And then from there, the next thing to do is I've got this ready to roll now. This fits in. I'm going to need to glue this, but I'm going to need to prime that. So I'll do that with the gray primer. It's a little rainy here today, so I'm also using a hair dryer to get those done. And with these, I just went ahead and pinned them straight to some old pieces of the wood itself, so I had something to hold on to. And then basically, as I was using the hair dryer, just kind of give them the old spinnerooski kind of thing, back and forth, and there you go. So we'll do something very similar with this here, but seeing how this is larger than the pins, you know what? I could probably just set that down outside. All right, so let me go ahead and get this thing primed gray, and like I said, I might do this silver and then do some detailing on the inside where the actual uh, uh, motor parts are. So we'll see about that, but definitely it needs to start by being gray. So here it is in gray. All right, friends, there we go. There it is in gray now. So I got that ready to go. I think I'm looking at it now in the gray. I think I definitely will probably do the front area here, maybe kind of a rusty outside cowl, probably silver, and then work on the interior motor parts there with probably either some paint pens or some of the acrylic paint that I got at Walmart type stuff. But so far, these parts are looking pretty good. And let's take a look and see what this looks like just on the front. We'll come up with an idea for, yeah, pretty cool. All right, and like I said, we'll come up with an idea for what needing to do with the wheels here. Right off the bat, though, just doing this. Let me set this down here. All right, just by using the pins that were there. There we go. I might not have those perfectly level, but they're pretty close. But there we go. Maybe we can just do something simple like that. Just use push pins to push them in, because that's pretty good. All right, so I need to just do something with the tail wheel, which of course that comes at that'll need to have something definitely coming out from that. But while we're at it, we will go ahead and glue in these last two parts that do go on the tail, and then oops, that way. Okay, so we definitely see that that's for the wheel. Okay. So there's a triangle back here for the tail wheel assembly. So that I glued in earlier. So we're just going to glue this on each side of that. All right, friends, there we go. All right, so we got it quite a bit done, more done. The rear tail wheel assembly that I did here. Uh, Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit there. Um, just did a little, little framework there, just stuck it right up in there. With the wheels, basically just stuck those right on the with the pins right into the wood. So I haven't built anything for those just yet, but probably will, because this definitely does need to be a little bit more sturdy. But at this point, this is a pretty good representation of what it's going to be coming together to look like. Pretty cool. So yeah, so very excited about that. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. I know this particular video has been kind of a junky one. It's gone over a couple of days and multiple phone calls and things of that nature, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me on this one. This thing's coming along pretty great. So this will be the end of episode 9. Episode 10 will be the fit and final finish. So the episode 10 is going to be a very exciting video. So make sure you stick around for that. And if you're not subscribed already, please think about it. And if you don't mind, please thumbs up and like this comment and this video, and leave some good comments if you don't mind as well. So until next time, I am Dave. This is the Dumas Balsa rubber band model flying model kit, which I'm not going to make it a flying kit. It's going to be basically like this, just a little bit more detail. Kit number 332, and we are out of here.